Hi, do you mind if I just sit here for a minute and complain about the US healthcare system and health insurance companies, please? Okay, cool. I came across this video on my feed of this woman in Australia who had to take her child to the emergency room, and he spent several days and nights there. And he got out, she got the bill, $30. 30. 30. We could have that. That kind of stay would bankrupt me. I would be ruined. God forbid I ever had something like that. That's part of another reason I don't have kids. Sorry, I had to gather my thoughts. Insurance companies are such a scam because when your entire business model is to collect all of these funds from people every month and then get claims and say, no. Or yes, I guess, in some cases. Then you're incentivized to say no to claims. Why are we adding a middleman between a doctor and their patient to deny claims, make healthcare worse, while stealing billions of dollars out of the system? It is so infuriating. And people are going to be like, oh my God, but if we go to socialized medicine, my taxes are going to go up. Yeah, probably. But let's kind of break that down a little bit. I don't have the figures on how much that would go up if we did go to socialized healthcare in this country. Sorry, I don't know that information off the top of my head. But I do know what it's like having our current system where we have to pay every month a premium, which can be many hundreds of dollars. Varies by your situation and whatever. So someone like me, relatively healthy, I don't go to the doctor that often. So I'm just paying a bunch of money every month and not really getting anything from it. Sounds kind of like a tax, doesn't it? And then you have to meet your deductible for the year before your insurance company will really even start to kick in, which is usually a couple $1,000s. Again, depends on your plan and your situations. So you have your monthly premiums, but then also you have to jump through hoops to get your shit approved, because you can have a doctor saying, hello, insurance company, my patient here has this disease, these symptoms. I want to prescribe this medication. And then the insurance company can just be like, have you tried these other 10? Because we're not going to approve this one unless you try these other 10 and then tell us that they didn't work, and then we'll think about it, okay? Which wastes money, wastes time, not to mention the possible side effects from those other medications or treatments, whatever. Again, very situational. It's an obstacle to care. And going through that amount of medication, of course, medication takes time to work in a lot of cases. It's so ineffective. So with all of those downsides, jumping through hoops, paying a monthly premium,